On a makeshift log, Okumu James Alawi is marking the homework of several students that he teaches. He's one of an estimated 900,000 South Sudan refugees that have since fled the violence in the world's youngest nation.
The situation back in the country was not so good. There were cases of attack of civilians by both the rebels and the government forces. So we felt it was not safe for us to be there. So we have to take refuge.
Alawi left his teaching job in South Sudan, but the thought of education of many cut short by war kept nagging at him. Almost 3/4 of the country are illiterate, and only 10% of those who attend school complete their education.
Since the beginning of the year, the children have been at home and traumatized as in the camp. They were idle and they got involved in many activities that are not worth an school-age going child.
That is why he and 28 other refugees started this, a community school under the trees of Palorinya refugee settlement in the West Nile district of Moyo.
We found there were no schools for our learners, and we saw the suffering of our children, and we saw the future of these children will be destroyed. And as the children are at home, they're idle, they have posed a lot of challenges to the community. They're involved in drinking, in sort of behaviors and so on. So as teachers, we volunteered to come together, to mobilize ourselves, so that we can be able to start a school.
Everything in the school is built and put together by refugees. A chart of the class timetable hangs from a tree. The school notice board is cast on the same tree, and so is the teacher's staff room. Students in this school of 3 classes are asked to bring a slasher and a chair as their school tuition. The slashers are used by teachers to clear the grounds every morning, while the chairs are for students to sit on. Those who cannot afford seats have been asked to improvise like this one.
We had no blackboards for the last 2 weeks. So the students were learning, we had to dictate for them and maybe write on manila cards and so on. Until we struggled to get at least these 3 pieces of blackboard that in which we are.
Charles Laurel Aboy is one of the school's brightest stars. He too fled the fighting in South Sudan and was resettled in Palorinya camp.
Though there are no classes, we are under a tree in a set. I still feel comfortable as a student.
This school is the ideal definition of against all odds. 28 teachers from South Sudan who are refugees got together under trees and blackboards to teach their refugee children. They say that this for them is a hope for the future and a peaceful future for South Sudan.
We expect peace, but I think this peace can come not through the fighting. Fighting, people have fought for a long time. People have lost lives. We prefer people to talk and talk immediately.
I hope peace could return, and I hope everyone should forgive each other. Because that's one thing. Peace is a one way for us to prosper.
Fighting is still going on in parts of South Sudan. Thousands have been killed and over 1.8 million people displaced. The Ugandan government, which will host the Solidarity Summit for refugees, says the cost of maintaining the refugees in the settlements is on the rise and is calling for external support. Amid an ongoing international appeal, teachers like Alawi are doing all they can to keep hope alive and to forge a future for a country of many young refugees. Raymond Mujuni, NTV.